What up, what up, what up? I am just making some adjustments here as we get this ready to go. Gotta log into just real quick. Whoop. Not sure what I did there. There we go. What happened? Why is that so aggressive? You guys can't see my price action. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. And we'll scale this one in a little bit. There we go. And we'll match her up with this one. Hoping Bitcoin comes down. Hoping the Russell continues to come down. S&P continues to come down. Let's get a little music going maybe here. Let me just let the Discord know that I am live. And we'll get some Q&A going. Royalty free. What's up? What's up? I am familiar with prop firms, good sir. If you hop over in Discord, we do recommend Brightfunded for prop, NinjaTrader for futures. Let me know if that music is too loud. I mean, do you know how to trade? Otherwise, you're just wasting your money. Oops, I guess I should close that. What's up, Dustin? Let me see if I can't see the chat for... I can't see the chat. Where's the chat for YouTube? YouTube control panel. Refresh page. Stream's excellent. Current viewers too, but I can't see the chat. What's going on? Something happened. Reset dock, lock dark, YouTube. There's chat. We got you, buddy. What's up, Cuban? I mean, are you a profitable trader 3 years now, or are you just trying to trade for 3 years now is I guess the question, my man. I'm not trying to insult you, Z. I'm just trying to ask if it's worth dropping money on a prop firm. I'd start with a $5,000 account, you know, wherever you want. Head over to Brightfunded. Cost you 40, 50 bucks. See if you can't qualify with a $50 account for $5,000 in $5,000 size account. If you can do that, I don't know, maybe make 150 bucks on that, cash it out, and then buy a $10,000 or $15,000 account and scale up a little bit. Take it one option at a time. We already hit the gold trade this morning in the London overlap. That is done. I didn't sit down soon enough to take this S&P trade down here, unfortunately. Trading minis over on NinjaTrader. I'm not sure what this music is, but it sounds like battle music. Oh, look at that guy needs ban. Block account. Done. Mute account. Entire live. There we go. Man, that's crazy. Came in with 2 different accounts to spam that. I mean, I don't, if you're pulling out $5,000 minimum out of a funded account, I don't know why you would use funded accounts. I mean, if your edge is solid and it's working on a funded account, it would work better on your own money. I'd use a futures account and trade minis or micros with your own cash. There's no reason not to. Hop in Discord. I mean, tell us about your journey, man. Links in the description. Oh, here we go. Bitcoin's finally breaking. That's very nice. We're going to stop loss that at 71,260. Oops. Hold on, I got to change the stop loss here. 260. Covers fees. Oh, we're not even watching it. I'm uninterested in grabbing gold probably right now for Asia Sesh, but Bitcoin's dumping. Let's see if we get the TP1. This music's like I'm ready to go into Black Panther or something like that. Let's see if we can find something else. Yeah, links in the description. The link tree's over on the TikTok bio. There's a Discord there. I mean, our website's got a free training course for you. Just head over to the website, create an account. You can join Discord through the website access as well. And the course is free, man. How we trade every single day. Full-time trader. Ben's a full-time trader. We're the co's of Tactical Edge Trading. I kind of dig this. Like, is Eddie listening? Does remind you of home at all? Check out YouTube chat here. I'm a 7-year-old. I love it, brother. I love it. I'm glad you're a 7-year-old. See if we get a reaction off this low. If not, I'm targeting daily open. What's up, Andrew? Yeah, dude. I mean, the trading floor is real. We trade live every single day in New York in Discord. Stocks, futures, some crypto. Mainly just Bitcoin. Nothing else is really worth it. Oh, we can dock that. Perfect. Look at that. Didn't know we could do that. 17 people there over on YouTube. Say hi. What's up, Eddie? There you are. I can hop in Discord. I will meet you over in the staff chat if you want to chat. Staff voice. I just hopped in. Let me disable streamer mode here so I can hear when you come in. I'm kind of blocking that chart, aren't I? It's minis though. Yeah, I'm short too. Actually, I got stomped out once already, but I'm short again here. My entry is average price 71,282. So up in here, right here on this rejection of this trend again. Bro, I hope this thing tanks. Bring it all the way back down to the bottom of the range. I was pointing at the wrong chart. Entry's up in here at this back test of this micro trend. Where's my drawing tools? Okay, I can't do this music. Like I'm ready to run COD maps or something like that. Let's try that. You there? Yo, yeah, I can pull gold for you, brother. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I don't know if I like this music either. What's your target on your short? I wasn't watching VWAP. Let me just take a look at liquidity here quick. We didn't even tap VWAP. We just took the low. Absorption's okay, but we got limit buys kicking here on longs. Or on short, excuse me. Let me pull gold for you, brother. And I don't know, I just pulled micros. Nice breakout. I'm long gold, short Bitcoin at the moment. We're a little bit I added, so let's see if we can find the breakout here on gold. So we came into previous daily low this morning. Let's see here. So previous daily high. I gotta be able to see my charts. Oh, thanks for the sub, brother. I appreciate it. I can't tell if this guy's pulling my chain or not. Let's pull a 15 on gold. So Asia dumped us, London continued, New York continued, made the bottom. As soon as we broke previous daily high or daily open, it ran. So we're within the entry is right here. Limit ordered in right there. Oops, that's upside down. What am I doing? We're doing longs, brother. Unfortunately, I did not take this. I think we would have already hit 3 to 1. What's up? On gold? Right here. Oh gosh. Yeah, I was watching Russell and messing or the mini S&P. Like introvert. I think gold's got a little higher to go here, so I'm sorry. I keep getting sidetracked. I'd be looking for maybe even potentially previous day high here for the long, but the liquidity is going to be sitting right here for you, brother. I got to move this somewhere where I can actually use it. So there's going to be a lot of excess supply in the market here, so I would expect us to do something in this range. Maybe New York pulls us back. Whoa. And then we come back in and grab something lower if we get a break of structure, right? So this is not even an hour break of structure yet. So I'd be looking for a couple candles up here on the hour, back test that, and then potentially re-break structure in New York session if gold's going to continue to the upside, which I would imagine it would if we still get this risk-off environment. The war's still spinning. Oil's pumping. But we're kind of looking like the shoulder head shoulder pattern is what we kind of like overall. So here's your manipulation phase. We made a higher low off of March 3rd, and then we get something like this. So we get the uptrend into resistance. We get the back test, hold the neckline right here, and then New York pumps us up and over. That would kind of be my New York plan since we didn't grab the Asia plan. So I'd be in here, right? So wherever, let's just say this high takes this liquidity, I'd be looking for like a fib test back, low to high. Man, I am all sorts of all over the place. Yeah, right into this golden pocket and then bumping this buddy up and over into New York. That would be the game plan. I don't care for ICT, man. It's just big words for something that's a lot simpler than they make it. We try to keep it simple, man. Simple support and resistance. What's going on? Key levels and let's check absorption here. Yeah. I think we're okay. I don't want to give up. Well, maybe we just close. I don't know. It's tough to do the live. Did you? Let me just look at some of the higher time frames here. 1 minute looks like it wants to bounce. 15 minute looks like it wants to come lower. Brother, I use high time liquidity levels. I use daily opens, daily closes for the previous day. In the current day, I use the weekly highs, the weekly lows. I'm looking for liquidity sweeps of high time frames. I appreciate the follow, brother. We'll see you, man. That was weird. Anybody want to see anything out there? Let's just kind of pull this one down. Just make this one a little bigger. We did gold. I think this is coming back. There's really no imbalance at the bottom. POC 71 150. Let's take a look at, oh, that's Bitcoin. That's what we just done. Dow Jones, and the break was here. So uptrend on the hour. Let's see what we got in the back test here. Man, it's right here. I'm just curious what these would look like. And 3-to-1 was pounded, and then some. What did it hit? Current yearly low, previous daily low is what the Dow just bounced off of. That would have been an easy money. Ooh, Bitcoin popping over trend. Man, chat's flowing. I apologize. Microsoft. Let's take a look at Microsoft. So zooming out. Microsoft in and our long has completed. We can, or short completed. We can get rid of that. So Microsoft in an uptrend today. So break a structure and a back test. So here's your break. Let's look for the order block. See if it obeyed order block. See if it obeyed fib. Right into the 0.50. Let's see here, gap fill. Let's go into the 15. Man, it looks like it's already, it's at previous daily high right now. And it's getting a little SMT here. My tool's up. So some bearish divergence into these highs. I may be looking for a short. That's the area we want to break. Man, liquidity so light for these sesh. End of the session today. So I would be looking for this in the morning. As soon as pre-market opens. If it can get above the high, I'd be looking for the exact opposite. So if it can break this little bit of SMT we have up here, I'd be looking for the breakout, the back test of this key level, and then the continuation. But if we zoom out here, I mean, look at the levels we're fighting, right? So we're breaking previous daily high. If we get above this, previous monthly at 432 would be the target. So that's a good run up if we get the bullish catalyst, but are we going to get? That's the question. Why I got to have all these oscillators open? You can see we're kind of above resistance, but what we're in right now is this fair value gap. So very critical level. We just filled the imbalance here, right? So maybe it has one more little push up and then it drops. And then I'd be looking to come in and trend here and take this low. So I think you can set up a pretty nice. I mean, it's 3.6 to 1, just back to trend to the low. If you go back to the previous daily low, it's even bigger than that, almost 4.5. And if we take a look at the daily on it, just to kind of confirm what we're looking at. So daily high is, or daily market structure shift is at 423. So we're not there yet. Right now, we're just filling this fair value gap on the daily, right? So this is a big imbalance we just filled. Daily's not necessarily oversold yet, so a pullback into a continuation, but the hour is smoked, 4 hours smoked, 30 minutes smoked, everything smoked. So except for this little time frame, I'd expect a little pop in the morning to claw some of that back and then maybe continuing down. USCAD, you're going to give me a challenge here. I like it. No data. I don't have the data for the futures. Let's go into the hour here. So what did we do today? So we have a new high. Daily open come down with a break of structure on the 1 hour chart. Small imbalance above us. Previous week low, previous daily low, all at the same level. We swept monthly, weekly liquidity. So this was a very strong sweep here. I would not suspect if we come back for that immediately. Right? So what are we looking for on these levels? This is why these levels are so important. So if you would have taken a look at just sweeping and shorting and selling the re-entry and just stop lossing. Oh, I don't know why I have one there. Let's do a little more than that. Let's add a couple zeros. I mean, this is probably more similar to what most people would do. So if you just short this re-entry and you targeted previous low that made that, I mean, you're up $700. That looks like a very, very nice play. So re-entry, previous low, that is a 3.5 to 1. So risking 200, you made about 750 on that, yeah. Bitcoin bull flagging above. But the continuation is what you want to grab next, right? So, I mean, this play is no longer valid because we've already missed it. So I'd be looking for the next shift of structure. So if we get this move up into this imbalance tomorrow, I'd be looking for some sort of runoff daily open here, maybe. So come back in, test this daily open. As soon as we fall back into the daily open range, watch for a small back test, and then we continue down, right? And potentially you come all the way back down to this weekly low because we swept the weekly high. You get another nice short in here, something like this. And that's a 6 to 1. So let's look at the stop loss. You risk $50 to make 377. It's not terrible. Not sure I would go much bigger than that on USCAD, but with a 0.62 stop loss anyways. Any questions? Throw them in chat for me. I don't think I missed anything. I know it's late, guys. Watching for a reshift on Bitcoin here. I know you guys can't see that chart. I apologize. I'm just watching absorption on another channel here, or another chart. So we got a lot of trapped longs in that wick to the upside. So 1.5 million. Limit orders filled of about 1 million on the sell side. The other option here is this downtrend on CAD really just never continues, never breaks back up, right? And we have this. Actually, we've already broke it, so I'm suspecting that we come up a little bit. Ooh, Bitcoin getting that absorption. That was a crazy wick. 120 million just came in on Binance right there. What? Yeah, I suspect that this comes to the upside. You might even be able to grab a long back up into that open. Ando, Ando as in Ando. Woo. Let's take a look. So Ando sitting in the shitter here. Here was the, I apologize TikTok for my swearing. This was the wick, right? This was the wick that Black Friday event put in way back in October, right? And we came all the way back down to fill this wick and take anybody who grabbed that. Do you remember me grabbing this? Eddie, you there? Dude, I grabbed that wick almost to the dollar. Ando. Let me see if I can find it. $117. When was that? October. Oh my god, that was so long ago. I found it. So I had to fill 2K Ando bought at 25 cents. This is 10/10, October 10th, 2025 at 5:24 p.m. I bought it at 25 cents. I bought it right here. Literally the bottom. And let's see how fast I closed it. I tried to grab 2K of it and 1,600 of it filled. I couldn't fill it all. I closed it out for 155% in profit. That's crazy. All the way back up here, 80 cents-ish. All right, let's cover what's going on with Ando, though. So the good news is, right, so that previously monthly low that this wick created, right, it was taken again. So as far as daily market structure, unfortunately, we do not have a shift of structure on Ando until we break out of this 30-cent range, just 29.79. So the issue with that right now is the fact that it is a previous monthly high. It is a previous weekly high. It is a very, very strong level. But the good news is if it breaks, it's going to go hard, right? So that's the level I would want to see broken. We are currently on the daily with a low, a higher low. We held the higher low almost with a double bottom there. And we just need a shift, right? Do we have that shift on the 4-hour? We do. So we did shift through this liquidity once on the 4-hour. A second shift here on the 4-hour chart may give me some hope that we can get at least back to the top of this range, if not continue the breakout into the upside, right? Bitcoin's got to cooperate for that, and I still think Bitcoin wants to come down a little bit. We backtested that golden pocket almost perfectly. And it is perfect, actually. So a reshift on the 4-hour and a reshift probably on the 8 as well is going to give me a little bit more information. Yeah, reshift on the 8 as well. But there's probably a lot of shorts caught in this wick. But I'd be watching trend, man. So the issue with this overall is it's a bear flag, right? So if it's a bear flag and Bitcoin breaks down, Ando's going to die. And it's all the altcoins are going to die. Do we see 10-cent Ando? Like if we lose this previously monthly and yearly low, it's gonna look pretty bad. If I had to guess, if we could get one last savior here, we can probably come down and grab. If we grab that 786 for a fakie, right? Come back into this area here, get that immediate shift structure back up, and that would be like Bitcoin coming back down into that previous wick. Let me just check and look at the Bitcoin chart, see where that actually is. Actually, Bitcoin's not doing bad right now as far as the overall macro broke. So that would line up with like Bitcoin coming back down into like the previous daily low of like 67.4-ish. But that's going to be your leader, right? I didn't mean to do that. Let's go back to Ando. But the issue with these, if you're trading leverages, they're just nuts, man. They're not worth running more than 5x on. Mess with another chart. I apologize. Feel like I closed the rest of this trade. But we're in an uptrend, so we don't want to lose that uptrend, especially on the daily. We don't want to set a lower high. So key level to hold is this previous weekly low at 23.24 cents, right? I don't care. We chop around in here at all. As long as we hold this low, I'm good. Otherwise, we're looking for some kind of catalyst and an immediate shift back up. Otherwise, it's gonna run lower. You know, people get stuck in these alts, right? They get stuck in this dream that these things are gonna just run when we're sitting in, you know, a 20% channel on Ando. But I like the project. This all came in a vision, brother. As far as the war effort, man, it's just going to keep running on. Tomorrow's a crazy news day, right? So tomorrow, extra careful in the markets for New York. Let me just pull the news. So we have non-farm payroll in the morning, unemployment, retail sales, CPI data. It's quadruple impact day for equities, rates, commodities. So it is non-farm payroll slowdown prior was 130K to minus 60K. So we don't want that to happen again overall. But a crazy day for the market. So it's probably going to be, what is it? The last one's at 10:30 or are they both at 8:30? It's all 8:30. What's up, Rich? I bet you got to watch what Trump tweets in real time. It's crazy, man. My plan was to do some setups just based on the news, and then, you know, I just get lost in the chat. I'm not actually done a live in a hot minute here. I just wait. I don't trade until the news settles, because you're going to get, it's, you know, it's like FOMC days. Things just go crazy, and then when they settle, it picks a direction. So I rather not be in the whipsaw action, and I'll wait for things to settle, and then I'll take my trades. I mean, I'm not bearish. I'm just risk off. So I'm more focused on trading things up or long that are risk off. Oil, gold, silver, platinum, you know, corn futures, soy futures, cattle futures. Those are the things you long in the downtrends, right? So if we take a look at ES, I mean, what is it doing? What does the daily look like it's doing? It's just rolling over. At this point, it's rolling over, right? So we have broken structure on the daily, right? And then we broke structure on the daily, right? And now we're kind of back in Wick City. So as long as this does not break at $7,000 again, I think we're just going to keep coming down. This looks like Bitcoin back in the summer when it made its high. And that's okay. It can come down a little bit. Doesn't mean it's going to come to zero. But I think we have some very key levels in the monthly here that the ES is now having an excuse. The NQ, any of this stuff is now like the ETFs, right? The Russell, they have reasons to come down with this war going on to visit the liquidity down here at like the 6,500 range on the S&P, right? While it's slower to do so, you know, unlike something that's super risk off like Bitcoin or crypto, we've been heading this direction for a while now, right? So what did we do? We broke structure. We SFP'd the daily high, right? That is a very, very easy move to play on daily structure, right? What does that look like? As soon as you close below, you're probably selling here. All right. Stop loss above the high. About 1% risk on account. And then you're coming back to the low that failed the high. I mean, that's a $6,700 play if you're risking $1,000. It's 1%. You know, let's make it a little smaller, maybe. Let's risk 300. You still make about $2,000. Now it's doing the same thing. So after it broke structure one more time on the downside here, I got to close this because it's making. You're going to bounce and you're going to fill imbalance. And where is the imbalance on the S&P? Well, it's going to be right back into the order block, probably on the hour chart here, where it broke structure. Look at that. Damn. It just made a lower high. Look at this. High, lower high, lower high, lower high, right? Now we got a nice lower high, right? Lower low, where structure is moving down. So at this point in time, if you pull the actual sessions, why are my sessions not showing up? There we go. What is happening on sessions? So New York sells it off. London claws it back. New York sells it off. New York pumped into liquidity into London. New York sells it off. Asia sells it off. We have a buyback into higher liquidity, and then we sell it off again off a New York session. So New York high comes down. New York high comes down every single time. And again, it's not the end of the world. It's just a little bit of a macro change for a bit here. But what goes up when these things start going sideways and down? Well, what's silver doing? I mean, we all know what silver did. Look at this macro. It's just running up as these things went sideways and down. And now we're trying to get our feet under us again so we can start going up. Same with gold. Although gold looks like it could correct here. You know, I'm watching this head and shoulders pattern this way. But it couldn't validate as soon as it breaks this high. And New York setup tomorrow would break that high and start clawing back higher. Look at the Dow doing the same thing. Let's go out to the daily. I mean, Dow looks even worse because it's a little lighter liquidity, right? So we had SFP of the high. I mean, look, you see this, man? This is so easy. This head and shoulders pattern forming. This is a market maker model, right? As soon as you fall back into range here, you probably could have got a better entry. So let's just highlight this here and see where this short actually was on like a 15 minute. So here's your break of structure. Here's your back test of the liquidity. And then here's your entry. As soon as you break this, you have a stop limit order sitting right here. As soon as you break this low, this is your position. And then we're looking at the previous low. And then it ran. So let's just see what that looks like first. It's only 1.7. So maybe you're looking for more based on the hour chart. I mean, hour chart's way down here. Boop. So let's see what that looks like. So stop loss above the high. TP at the hour low. That's an $800 play for a risk of 100. It took a little while to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, 6 days. 6 days. I mean, $800 for 6 days worth of waiting on one play. It's not bad. Yeah, understanding structure is key, man. Candlestick Cowboy, I love the name. That's perfect. We're just slowly fading back in the VWAP here on Bitcoin. See, we actually tap it. Or we break back out. Man, I am like flushed. My face is super red. Yeah, it could go down. On Bitcoin? Oops. Oh yeah, I'm on the 1 minute. I mean, if it breaks structure, it's probably going to go, right? You're looking at like 71.3 if that goes. Anybody got anything else? Yeah, silver could go down, right? I'm not against it. I didn't have a plan drawn up for silver. We're at the previous week low right now, so big liquidity level for silver. Right, so sitting in here at the previous week low, previous daily highs already at the top above us. I mean, you could have got a short entry potentially right here. I'm not playing 32nd though. Let's see what the risk is on it. Oof, it's too big for me. I'm going the wrong way. That's why. Oh, no, I'm not. What did I do there? Sell. I would have had it been up here. This first break on the 32nd. That's all right. It's a risk 200 to make 1,000. If it comes back into the structure low. Bitcoin's getting over that flag. I don't know what the overall hour looks like though. It looks like absorption into, and you could probably even bring that lower if it fails. So previous day low would be the liquidity, and that'd be 1, 2, 3 attacks on that, and that could break. That's a nasty play. That's you're counting on this being the high. 18 to 1. I don't see a bull pattern up though. It's consolidating right now. Kind of over break though. I think that's risky into Asia session. I think you got to wait to New York to confirm it. Yeah, brother, hit that like button. I mean, what I see here potentially is like a cup and handle, right? So we have this kind of forming out on like the 15 maybe. So this is the counterplay for the long. Good Lord, if I can draw, there we go. Boop. And then it breaks over in the bullet. I mean, this would be like gold too. Like gold would do the same break. It's sitting at the same levels right now. Like you got to get over this previous day high and then run it back up into these monthly levels. Did you take a long, Eddie? I think if it gets over this, it's probably going. I'm talking like you can see what I'm looking at. If you're just getting the trading, my friend Jayla over on TikTok, if you are just getting in the trading, go over to our bio, hit the link tree, just head to our website. We do a free trading course. We're not trying to sell you nothing. We're full-time traders. If you like what you see in the course, I mean, hop in the Discord, you get the free side, but if you like what you see in the course, it is much easier to train somebody who does not have bad habits in the market than it is to break bad habits, right? So if you are just getting started, it is very important for you to learn it the right way. The course is absolutely free. Tactical Edge traders. I am brain farting right now. traders.com. Let's see if I can't pull this a little better here. Lagging. Here's the website, guys. TacticalEdgeTraders.com. The link is in the bio for YouTube and TikTok in the link tree. But start the free courses. Join the Discord. You can hop into the free side of Discord. Just come over and say hi. We do free. Personally run the Sunday Night CME group if you want to hop in for free in the Discord for the training. If you are on the operator side, which is the $100, I'm not shilling this to anybody. We trade live New York in Discord every single day. We give you the levels that we're watching. We don't give you our entries. We're trying to teach you to be traders. Trying to teach the horse how to fish. What's that saying? You teach a man how to fish. He can feed himself, but if you just give him the fish, he don't do nothing. Yeah, I like the horse one too. I mean, if you're really into it, guys, we have one-on-one mentorship too, but I'm not going to show that to anybody. That's an application process. So if you are somebody who is serious about trading and you want to hop in with Ben, who runs our trading mentorship program, this will send us an email, right? And we'll see if you're a good fit for it. But again, the course is free. It is live videos or recorded videos. And they're hot, man. They're good. Discord's got a ton of members and a ton of activity in it. You don't have access to, absolutely everything on the free side. But plenty of things going on. I mean, we're at that weekly low, right? So we're back testing a strong resistance level here. So lots of excess supply in the market. If it breaks over this, I think it just goes up. If Bitcoin pulls down, commodities are going to run up. If the S&P pulls down like it's been doing, or the SPY pulls down like it's been doing, it's just going to head up. Looking for the counter trade. The contrarian trade. See you in the morning, brother. See you, Rich. Candlestick Cowboy. Is that one of our guys or is that somebody else? Hop in Discord, man. I like the name. I'm gonna move my stop loss down on this. Get a little something off of it, I guess. Yeah, I'd be watching silver though, even just for the first shift. We haven't got it, but we've made a 1 minute high and a 1 minute. That's 3 minute. Did we get the shift on the one? We did get the shift on the one. We're right about there for the entry, so. Uh-oh, did I move my TikTok pane? I did. What did I do? Filter screen. There we go. We're back. I think I grabbed it by accident, guys. Sorry about that. I mean, if you're going between Lucid and Top Step, I'd be a Top Step guy, man. But I'm not a big prop person. Eddie is. He's in channel here with me. I think if you're learning how to trade, prop's a great idea. I think if you're a consistent trader, prop's a great idea. The issue with prop is it's all the rules. Like if you're a consistent trader, I think you can let up like a 0.5% on that stuff and still be super profitable. Look at this down here. Holy shit. Shorts are shorting. We do recommend what's our Brightfunded. Yep. We do our futures trading over on Ninja Trader and our crypto stuff over on BitFi. All those links are in the link tree for you if you want to check them out. They're on the website. I can't recommend Ninja Trader enough. By the way, I don't use the reactive indicators. The method I developed is a proactive, predictive. I don't predict the markets, man. I let them confirm for me. I am actually a data scientist. I have a methodology to trading based to feel reach out. I would be glad to help. I mean, my method works, man. I don't need to mess with my system, but if it works for you, brother, I'm happy for you. I really am. I think that's great. If you're trying to show me a product, I'm not interested, but silver just chopping up until it's not. 5-minute low is in though. Again, in that resistance zone. So do you take a breakout trade out the top? So do you do one of these? Whoop. Helps if I grab the right tool. Or do we flip this bitch around and we do this? Boop. That's cool. I mean, are you a profitable trader? Hop over in Discord if you want to talk about it a little bit. You can show some of the guys. You got a 1-minute bull div on BTC Ed. 2-minute as well. There it is. Are we gonna hit liquidity again and come back? Look at these longs. Holy crikey. They moved them again. That wick. Stuck in resistance. If anybody wants to see anything else, certainly let me know. I'm here just rambling. I'm looking at other monitors. If you see me looking up, I'm sorry. I can't tell what's... There's like 1,000 Bitcoin just sitting there. We just wicked into it and rejected. Yeah, tomorrow's news day is crazy. I want to see it take this low. Take VWAP. Come back and visit the daily open for me. The pop is big. The 0.50 fib sitting right at daily. I'm like working on charts somebody can see. Here's kind of what I'm looking at, right? Here's Bitcoin. So I just want to test this daily open. If we can get a reaction off that. If not, we fall through the single print, and then I'm looking probably range bottom, but previous day low, right? Right in the golden pocket. When these things line up like this, this isn't coincidence. You get the run into the golden pocket, you tap that daily low on a back test, and then you get that shift of structure, and then you run it up. I'm not sure what's heaviest. The TikTok app is so heavy. I just put the twins to bed, man. That's why I'm so late streaming. They didn't want to go to sleep. Oh, man. Reacting right back up in. Regaining a level. Not beating the break. That was VWAP though, right? We actually tapped it. Yeah, we tapped it. 202 million Bitcoin. Or $202 million in Bitcoin sitting there. If this is a bull flag, right? If VWAP holds and we get the breakout for London, we're looking at like 72, and I think we're kind of off the races back up into the single print. Big close here. Did we get stuck below VWAP? There's no real trap traders here. Look at the top of us here. We got 203 million. I think this plays pretty easy. If it comes up. Ooh, that is a nice wick. Yeah, 2 SFPs tonight. What's up, brother? What's up, Big Soph? Validations at like 71 now. 100. I'm good with that. Gives back a third, but whatever. Chris Garcia, crypto guru. Are you the crypto guru? The man, the myth, the legend? Time you usually go to bed, Eddie? Yeah. I started a book last night and I couldn't put the damn thing down. Got like 9 alerts right now on some of these things. I gotta start deleting some of these. Yeah. I mean, they're holding that 786. I don't know where else they would go to the upside. If it starts coming up, it's just going to scoop all that stuff right back up. There's nothing here to take except the top of the range. That gets stomped out here at 7,100, 71,100. Yeah, and then potentially another New York sell-off, right? Let's take a look at something else here. Let's see what PayPal's doing. PayPal bouncing beautifully off that news of Stripe buying them. Daily break of structure. See if a gap fills back up to this previous monthly high, about 53 bucks. I'm going to set an alarm up here for this fill. Be interesting if they take it public or they bring it private. Because Stripe is a private company, right? Well, let's look at some other things here. Let's look at Apple. That didn't work. Oh, it did work. That liquidity into that zone. All right, let's take a peek here. Apple. Got a previous monthly low we're holding. So what is Apple doing, guys? So a break of structure on the daily. Right? Boom. You get the back test. You set a lower high. Multiple times here. Here's your high. Lower high. Lower high. I mean, I would guess that we come back up at claw and balance one more time here. Right? From the fair value. And then we make a lower high. So come back up, potentially SFP this previous daily high. And then we bring it all the way back down. to the yearly low or previous monthly low. So we got a lot of liquidity sitting here on Apple. And then we got a lot of liquidity sitting here at the yearly. Daily does not look like it's even oversold yet. So what does New York bring us tomorrow? Did not get stomped out. Bitcoin's coming back down. So daily open, previous daily low, previous week low. So are we stuck below range here? So we've auctioned out, right? So here was a nice shift down, right? So can we get acceptance back into this range? Like we're in it right now, but can we get acceptance back in here and claw some of this back? All the way back up to sweep this high liquidity into the fair value, and then we get a shift down again? Or can we not even break back into this range sound? Like, do we just get stuck below these higher liquidity levels and just break tomorrow back down? I think a lot of that's going to have to do with what happens with all the reports tomorrow. Meta looks almost identical. Google looks almost identical. The only outlier here is Microsoft, and I would be looking for a short for Microsoft tomorrow, as long as the news is not amazing. I'm actually going to share this one in Discord. So if you are in Discord and you are in the membership, right? So jump to present. So I mean, I usually focus on gold and BTC. Eddie focuses on stocks. Ben focuses on a lot of stocks. Here's the recaps of the BTC short, the Russell short, the gold short, the S&P short today. You know, we give you those videos over in the VIP section, so you can review the play. You can get the daily levels. You know, you get the plays that we're, you know, kind of coming up with as we go as well. So Microsoft short and brewing into New York open. But that's kind of how, you know, we operate, right? So we look at key levels, we look at liquidity sweeps, look at continuations, we look at which way we should go, and we're losing VWAP. I am long PayPal as well, my friend. That is one of like 4 stocks I'm long on right now. You just missed PayPal. You can scrub back a little bit. Actually, it's not a tough recap. Stripe is talking about buying them. We are bouncing back into a gap fill on the daily. We came in and took a critical monthly low way back from like 2017, right? So PayPal's been on like a downturn, and then we had this gap with that free fall day at the news. I just lost my Bitcoin chart. 2 seconds. There we go. And I think Stripe, if that actually comes through, they have a choice to make, right? So I'm long this break of structure. I'm long like $42. Stop loss is already break even. I don't think we're coming back down for it. But Stripe has an opportunity to let the price pump, take the company private, and then just pay out the shares when they buy it, or they can keep it public. And I don't know if they got to SPAC it again through something else, or they can just keep the same ticker. I'm not exactly sure how that works off the top of my head. But I'm long for this, even if I get paid out on it. Let me look at some of these other ones here as they come in. AITOM. Adamra Incorporated. This is a blow off top, my friend. That is not a healthy movement. If you see this in a chart, it is going to retrace. There is no doubt in my mind. That is not healthy market structure. So what did we do on this chart? Let's just zoom out to the weekly. We came up for weekly liquidity. We wicked right into it. Everybody sold their faces off like you would expect. right? So it is a new yearly high, new monthly high. We took the wick on the weekly and closed below it, right? So my bread and butter is these 12 hours. So it took the 12 hour and SFP'd it. And then I look for a back test into the 1 hour block. See if we got that. We did. So here we came down. We got the back test into the 1 hour block. Boom. And as soon as we broke structure again, it's over. Right? Now we can zoom this in a little closer here. So even if you took a 15-minute we need to buy a little more than this. We're looking for some of these lower levels, my friend. I would potentially short this all the way back. But you're well in profit, right? So you can move your stop loss up to wherever you want at this point. But that's how I would have played that. I'm not long in this until its structure breaks somewhere. So let's look at where it needs a structure break. What did we bounce off of? So we are potentially SFPing a daily low, which is not bad. So if we come back down and close below this, $4.40, it's just going to keep driving us lower. Okay. The area you want to break back into, unfortunately, you got to get back over about $5.33 for this thing to come back to life. Let's see if the retracement is healthy yet. I want to see it hit the 0.50, which it has. Right? So we're back into discount on this range. So below the 50 is discount, above it is premium. I would not have longed anything in the premium. So potentially this holds, right? I'm not sure how dangerous. I mean, it's an 8% stop loss. It's not a leverage contract, that's for sure. If you can even get that anywhere. I'm not sure if you top blasted this like a retail guy and you bought the top and you're just letting it draw down, but I might just cut my losses at this wick. $4.40 stop loss. And take it as a lesson, right? If you were going to buy this on a daily breakout, it would have been right here, right? I wouldn't be surprised if this comes all the way back down and fills this gap. That would be ugly. So on the daily close right there, I would have bought. Stop loss below the wick, which is 31% down. So this is a scratch off play, unfortunately. All right, let's move on to something else. It's kind of a let me make sure I didn't miss anything up there. I don't know what this is, by the way. If it just pumped on some kind of news or it's something low liquidity or something like Wall Street Bets is screwing with. DRB. The buyback, US buyback achievers index. Oops, I did the wrong chart. Bitcoin just pulling down still. DRB. I mean, this looks like the S&P, right? So we SFP'd the monthly level. We came back down and got the low. We're SFPing that. Why does that look like a massive channel? Only 4%. Okay, good. Let's come back into the hour here. So we have a series of lower highs just based on the hour chart. So from the top, we have a high, a lower high, a lower high, a lower high. If we get a lower high again tomorrow into New York Open, I would maybe shorting for lower, right? So we come back up. We claw back all the imbalance again, claw back all the imbalance, claw back all the imbalance, and then we just bring it lower. So until the pattern, like why fight the pattern? So if we make one more lower high, I would expect to come down and make a lower low because it's done that every single time. If we made a high, we made a lower high, right? If we made a new high, we made a lower high. It took the low. If we made a lower high, it took the low, right? Every single time. If we make a lower high, it took the low. So downtrend until we break above this previous daily high, about 26,200. It is over for a while. I have not looked at Ethereum in a hot minute, but we'll look at it. I don't really care about the chart. Let's just pick one. I'm curious who this is. Dark signal. Interesting. All right, so with Ethereum, another one of those bread and butter ones. I'm looking for an SFP on the 12-hour. We have not gotten that yet, except for right here. We did. Right, so what is the high I'm looking to break on this SFP for liquidity to be taken? We did it. We did it. Previous week high was taken. So again, what's the rule? If we hold the low, we take the high that created it. And we have done that. So this fractal for me is complete. Right? So we have to hold trend at this point. So if we have a higher low, you know, at some point in time, we got to watch and make sure this does not set a lower high. And I suspect it's going to. Okay. If Bitcoin keeps coming down, this is a bear flag. This is an ugly bear flag. You know, the hope here is you can come up and fill some sort of imbalance to get a nice short for lower. So coming up and smacking this previously monthly high would be like the breakout target, right? So if we do get some sort of bullish momentum out, I'm not looking for this thing to go to all-time highs. I'm looking for this to head back up into liquidity, into an imbalance, into a fair value gap, to rebalance the charts and come lower. I think the more probabilistic issue is here is this. So just to give you the counter trade, you know, if this SFP's the weekly, the 12-hour at the top here, its target is the low that made it. Right? And that's the third attack on this. And we maybe do this, and then this, and then this. So we end up about $1,400, $1,300. Oh, am I being, it's not even Ethereum. I'm sitting here just running. That's ETH. Ethereum. DRB ETH? Am I crazy? I'm not sure what you want me to look at if it wasn't actually Ethereum. But you guys got Ethereum. There it is. What's up, Ironworth? Yes, we do, sir. Minis, brother, minis. I'm sorry, micros. Lately, on Ninja Trader. Yeah, I'm not looking at some low shitcoin, brother. I just don't care. It's not worth me risking my money on something like that. Mad respect for asking for it, and if it's working out for you, I'm happy, but I just don't care. Oh, and NVIDIA is a good one. That's high liquidity. It's the highest liquidity in the freaking market. So let's zoom out to the daily. What is NVIDIA doing? Well, we're chopping sideways. We had an earnings dump. We SFP'd the weekly, SFP'd the daily 12-hour. What we want to see for shorts. You know, we have not taken the low that created it. So I would suspect this SFP is going to come down and get this wick, but it has not quite yet. So let's go into the daily here. We have a bit of a gap fill to the upside, so that might be why we're struggling here. So previous daily high is going to fill the gap. We have a bit of a fair value gap above that. And Bitcoin looks lethargic, brother. Moving my stop loss down. All right, so daily levels, previous daily high, daily open, daily low, previous weekly, monthly. So this monthly low is going to be a strong cookie to crack. Let's take a look at the hour chart. Man, I would suspect New York brings us this, right? Maybe we get a news wick up into this area up here. I can't grab my tools. I'm getting my exchanges confused. So as of right now, we have SFP'd this is all resistance here, right? Excess supply in the market. I mean, a pretty confirmed SFP here, right? But the issue is, is this hour low the only thing it wanted? So if it SFP'd the hour high, as you return to range here, is this all it wanted was the hour low? If this does not come back up and claw into here and then get a new shift down, I mean, the targets are going to get lower and lower, right? But the uptrend's intact. So we had an SFP of the 1 hour structure, higher or low, higher low, higher low. And we have a high, a higher high, a lower high. So it's starting to consolidate here, right? So we got a bit of a bear flag forming. And if this bear flag fails, we're coming down. And we're going to probably break this current monthly yearly low. And I don't know exactly where this is going to break. I would imagine we get some shenanigans. We always get shenanigans, right? This is why we don't. If we don't get the break in session, I don't hold it through session. So maybe we get something like this, and then we get this breakdown. So we come back up, we tap trend, and bang. I think if we close above this, we start pulling back higher, right? So you got to be patient for the shift to occur off session. If not, we just pull it all back, man. If we get some crazy good news tomorrow. Are we stuck below VWAP here? 3 million, 3 million. There's no absorption here yet. But maybe I just close this for the love of the game. So that's kind of my thesis on NVIDIA. I just want to post it. Oh, my charts aren't synced. Oh, wait, this is the 1 minute. Okay, my charts are synced. I mean, if you can see the overall thesis, I'm just going to share it in Discord quick. You guys got a freebie. Let's see what else we got. TLX. Let's take a peek. Farms, baby, farms. I don't know. Are farms risk off? Well, this chart says it is. This chart says this thing is dead. I'm not interested in this at all. I don't know if there's any coming back. It's down 60% on the year. They're making money though. I mean, you need to break back above this. Like, for me to even entertain any kind of entry here, I got to see it back over $9. I mean, the whole thing's stuck in this 30% channel. This thing's an altcoin. I would stay away from this. Salesforce is a good one. There's nothing personal about that, brother. I just wouldn't trade it. It's too volatile. It's too low liquidity. The float's too low. Software's been in trouble. Why is software in trouble? Because AI can write it faster and better than your entire company can do it. Right? Salesforce is CRM, right? So we got a weekly SFP and we took out the low that made the high, right? So here, that is a big move. 40% drop. So the issue here is we're below resistance on Salesforce. So this, which was once support, is now excess supply in the market and it is resistance. So support, support, support. We have flipped this into resistance. Now, is it going to start coming down? I would imagine it's going to look for more liquidity, right? And I'm looking down in this $120 range. I'm not saying short it right off this little level, but if we zoom in here, I mean, we got just a little bit of this gap to fill on the fair value in the weekly. Maybe we come up and fill that. We've already tapped into it. Let's see what the daily would bring. That would line up with a gap fill as well. And there's another slight gap fill above us. So I'm not sure if there's any catalyst that can drive us much higher. But I mean, even in New York tomorrow, I might come up into here, look for that 15 minute to that hour shift. And this shit's over again. Are we taking that daily? Is that a previous week high? So we're kind of getting a little bit of a break over liquidity here. Was there news today that made this happen? What was the news? Again, not a healthy candle. I'm looking for structure, pullback, structure, pullback. Every time we do these big old bangs, it's just a news pop. And then a short squeezes your gamma out, right? So news pop, news pop. But the good news is we are making higher lows. So low, low, highlighter, low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. So you do have a trend, right? So as far as trend is concerned, we have an uptrend. So we haven't lost it all yet. Let's get rid of some of these brushes. Let's see, we have a 4-hour break somewhere. I mean, it is a 4-hour break. So if we're going to get like a local healthy pullback, I'd be looking, back into 0.50 into trend and then continuation for the break to the upside. If it's going to be continuing bullish, right? If we shift below this, so here's the bad news. If we shift below this, we lose this, and we get the bounce off the 4-hour daily. I'm looking to come back and claw whatever in balance and then continue lower. Okay. So that would be my game plan on Salesforce. If you're up from down here, I'd probably be stop loss at 187 or 192, but that is not financial advice. Hey, brother Jay, if you are J-Trades, if you are in a drawdown, right? It can be difficult just mentally to pull back. I don't know what you trade or how you trade, but if you want to hop over in Discord, it might be a good place to start. We do free training on our website, guys. So tacticaledgetraders.com. Let's see if I close that. I did not. So tacticaledgetraders.com. Start free courses. You just create an account. You can hop into the free Discord. If you want to trade live with us and see our levels and just kind of absorb through osmosis of how we trade on a daily basis, becoming an operator may be something you want to consider. That gets you live trading 3 times a week in Discord with us Wednesday night, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, and Saturday night is a free one for everybody. Again, I'm not. This is for select people. If you're making big money, like 17K on trades and things like that, maybe it's worth it to you for us to actually train you personally one-on-one. You can apply for that. We don't just accept anybody into that, unfortunately. But just hopping in and doing the free courses on the website shows you our system. It's for free. It's not a gimmick. It's not a sales tactic. It is 100%. If you can follow what we give you for free, you will be a profitable trader. The issue is nobody's got the mental fortitude to stick to the plan, right? What uptrend did I miss? I see the uptrend, but we haven't broken any daily uptrends, right? Where's the daily highs? Way up here. If we're talking about Salesforce still, right? And this is that top of that liquidity. We could claw back. I mean, it's a bear flag until it's not. It's resistance until it's not. This is the bigger resistance here. Support. Flipped, resistant, SR flip. Man, Bitcoin just pulling itself down. I think I just close this and call it a night. I'm out. All right, I'm going to do PLT and I'm getting out of here. It's getting late. We've been going about an hour and a half. I'm not... Or we just want to do platinum? Does it look different than the ETF? I mean, it's just like gold and silver right now, right? So I'm just going to take a quick peek at platinum because I do trade platinum. Again, it's the wild trend right now, right? So we just keep SFPing weekly, daily, and we've not taken back that monthly. Wow, I closed that Bitcoin short at the right time. You know, the issue is here, I see a Model 1. Just not confirmed with those wicks, right? So I'm afraid the Head and Shoulders is going to come in and we start giving this stuff back, but everything else would have to pump for that. You know, as far as the daily is concerned, we got to get above this monthly resistance at this point. So $2,400. We got a bit of fair value here on the daily. I don't mean to half-ass this one on you. All right, guys. If you want to hop in, you can throw some tickers out. Maybe we'll do some free ones tomorrow for you. I'll be back, maybe doing this a little bit more. Ben and Eddie are usually the ones you see. But I'm going to hop off here. My wife is texting me that one of the twins is up, so I'm going to go up and help. But I appreciate everyone, one of you. Hop in Discord. And check out the website, check out the free trading, and we'll see you in the next one. I'm out of here.